boys, time to get rolling. I mean, okay, at least in the history of G5, I suppose the big thing is that they've always seemed to turn up at the big events.
And especially, especially home soil, right?
That is such a Danish warm-up. Okay, but like...
Look, can I introduce this piece of logic here?
Go ahead.
What if Envy had sort of begun the train game with the way that they ended it, you know, like shooting well, everybody being on board, not just 2 of the players for the first 8 rounds, you know, then Envy could potentially have won train, I think. Now, so does that mean that Astralis are like on a super high level right now, or was it just that Envy were a bit slow out the gate? So maybe our perception of Astralis right now is just a little bit higher than it should be. Virtus Pro, on the other hand, I mean, if they show up, right, it's a best-of-1 game, I don't know.
Granted, it's a best-of-1 game and anything is possible, but and Astralis have been looking just a little bit shaky on Overpass, but if Astralis, they have such good fundamentals on the map, if they've just taken a little bit of time to make some adjustments here and there, they can be right back at the top on the map again, right? And so they're going up against a Virtus Pro who are seriously lacking, you know, confidence in their game. Astralis should be feeling like $1 million right now. They're up 1-0 in their group. They're going onto a map they're very familiar with. I just feel like there's a lot going the Danish way right now. There's a lot going for the Danes, and they should be able to lock things down. Although, what is this? Okay, so VP, they had 3 on B initially, and then they fall back into a much more defensive position. In the meantime, they're pushing mid A just to get the info. I like this from VP. They are trying to figure out exactly where Astralis are going here on the map.
Yeah, they're being very proactive at the moment. And right now, they're probably wondering, how come nobody from Astralis is seemingly... has checked out the restrooms, because it's such a fundamental part of this map. If you don't control restrooms on the terrorist side, it's very hard to execute anywhere except B, basically. So that also means VP should have some advanced warning here of what's happening. Device selling this really well, though, staying alive and also just putting a couple of shots in here. That's going to make life a bit harder here by Ali missing the cross shots, and that is going to be a bomb plant definitely here for Astralis. Now it's a full 5-on-5 retake.
Yeah, and it's a very quick rotation out of Virtus Pro, though. They've got and there's the big shots coming out. Taz and Pasha hitting headshots. Dupree, though, gonna just lay waste. 2 kills for him, and he goes for more, but he gets backstabbed by Pasha coming in from sewers, and it's all on Cajun now, and Cajun's just not gonna manage this. What a huge play. Pasha showing up individually, but the quick rotation from Virtus Pro, all moving together as a unit, that looked like a fantastic retake from them.
So actually, what was happening at restrooms, you know, you see the guy running down into connector, then you see people crossing, you know, or sort of making noise at B, and they just rotate immediately, like no hesitation. So pretty good job there from VP. Strong start, and they're going to buy 2 scouts, actually, behind not a single SMG.
Yeah, that's actually very interesting. Scouts.
And because the bomb is down, they could probably guess Astralis is going to be buying in the next round, not this one. So you could even forgive them for buying 1 or 2 SMGs here.
Yeah, they could have done it, but this seems like a long play for them. You know, like they want to take advantage of long. Clearly, they put one of the scouts over there. That's Neo, who's been boosted up, and he's got Pasha there to watch his back as well with that M4. And without Kevlar, these scouts are going to do massive damage. So it's not exactly a bad call for him. There's a lot of angles that you can abuse on this map. Snacks gets picked off by Dupree, though, and we all know how good Dupree is with the Deagle. Always a threat, and he just moves right in here. Pasha holding around that angle. Pasha, he's going to step out, and he just takes that fight straight up. Double spray down for him, and he actually manages to drop the bomb as well. So really solid work here from Pasha so far. Device doing the best that he can, and it's actually pretty damn good. He gets that headshot onto Pasha. He does a little bit of damage to Neo, and we're into a 3-on-3, and now Cajun's actually got a scout to work with, so a little bit of firepower here for Astralis to abuse.
Device just being extremely annoying behind this rock down here. Neo's got to be losing his patience at this point. He does have backup still hanging around the restroom, so it's not completely bad yet. And actually, I think someone's coming in, to try and help out. So maybe Device overstaying his welcome at the moment.
Oh, that's so wise by Device, though. Now he's actually got the M4 to work with, and Taz so scared about rushing out. Oh, the timing's impeccable. Doing big damage there to Device, but Device still makes it out. He has the M4, and he could actually hand that over to Zipnix eventually. Cajun is hitting the perfect timing to work his way out onto B. The man is holding passively all the way from CT, and there's the angle. So Bialy doing a little bit of damage with Cajun with that scout. I mean, he's a constant threat. Headshot onto Bialy, and that's it. It's lights out.
Yeah, they can't afford to lose anyone right now. And there's Neo going down. That's not a good start. Also, Bialy down to 10 health. Astralis looking to steal this round away. Cajun hitting a great second kill there for the headshot. Now Taz, 1-on-3 with the kit, with the smoke as well. Going to be flashing out once. Maybe he could try and force them out if he smoked up a little bit. Going to put it on the bomb. You see, he wanted to put it on short, but he's not quite sure. There's going to be the 1 kill coming in. He's almost out of time here. Flashbang goes up. He's going to try and defuse inside. 3 seconds still there. Shooting through. They're not hitting. Oh, there it is. The knife comes through. Sip going to take the kill. And Astralis going to even survive that. Bomb doesn't go up.
Yeah, and that's catastrophic for VP in the end. Bialy being left alone for so long on that B site. Device staying alive at the end of long for so long. I mean, Neo clearly frustrated, not able to get even a tag on the Device. It was just Taz with the late rotate in to try and catch him out. That actually works, but that's Cajun, really. Cajun doing all the work. I mean, he gets the tag onto Bialy, then the kill, and he even catches out the man who got into Sniper fast. So that was really well done by Cajun in that round with that bomb plant. And there's the shoulder peek coming out from Taz. Now they know what's coming. That bomb should have got spotted as well. So the rotation and the backstab is actually going to happen here for VP.
But Cajun must be able to hear it. And he gets a kill before he goes down. So they steal the AK. This was a nice setup, though, from VP. What they actually had was 4 people going over towards the fountain here. And they had Neo staying behind. He doesn't have armor. He just had 2 flashbangs. He stays behind and flashes into 3 people that are running up. So if Astralis had been pushing, you know, 3 or 4 people there, that could have been a really good fight for VP. I like that. That's taking some initiative. Now, it doesn't work out because Astralis, as soon as they know, as soon as Cajun hears 3 people running, they're just like, oh, push B, you know? But I still think taking initiative in a round like this is very cool.
No, it's what you have to do, right? You have to get in there. You can't allow Astralis to start bullying you on the server. I mean, Yeah, no. That's exactly how you have to play it for VP. And they're playing it correctly here as well. They're not going to go out really hunting too hard. You know, Astralis don't want to hunt either. They don't want to drop the rifles that they picked up in the last round or the rifles that they bought this round. But, you know, Snacks holding onto the AK isn't the end of the world here for Astralis. As long as they don't get caught out by him in the end in the next round, it's going to be just fine. And it's another round of eco here for VP, but at least they have 2 guys with Kevlar, a little bit of utility to work with as well, 3 smokes. And Astralis, wow, yeah. Because they won that eco, they got the knife on his Zipnix as well. He's up to 7,100. They have sick money right now. 3 guys sitting at 6K. Dupree will be able to full buy if they lose this round. I mean, this is Astralis really getting a strong start, and it's just like on Train as well. On Train, they won the pistol, but still, Astralis, they were able to establish themselves at the beginning of the half. They had sick economy for most of the half, and it's looking to be shaping up the same way here for Astralis, at least in the first half here on Overpass.
Bit of an aggressive move coming out from Taz, but not really getting anything from it.
That's the bomb spotted, but it's too early in the round here for VP to really play off of it too much.
Yeah, you gotta wonder. It's nice smoke that actually comes in from the A-bomb side. So I'm glad that people are learning how to do that, because that seems like it's a valuable thing to be able to do. I definitely think that's a good idea.
Wallbang coming in. So now they know that the AK is over here at least. So that's some interesting information for Astralis to go off of, but it's not going to stop them. They have the full utility, so they can go for the full execute. A single AK shouldn't make the difference here, especially because it's only backed up by Bialy with the 5-7. Dupree's going to find the headshot there, and now it's all on Snacks, and Snacks can't even win face up against Device. So it's all on Pasha and Neo, and unfortunately for them, they're just going to have to play for exits. If he opens that door, Kerrigan's going to be waiting for him. Granted, Pasha's got the helmet, so the MAC-10 isn't the perfect weapon to have, given the situation. But they can also use Kerrigan to try and find a way out here for the team.
Well, it's all Pasha, at least maybe steal a rifle off of somebody if they try and exit that way. It seems like nobody will, so Astralis, on top of all the money they have, they seem to be making out of this round without losing a single player.
And it's super sick because Kerrigan, he's smart. He doesn't sack himself, so he's spending money. No, he just goes back and picks up that AK off of Snacks. So then he gets a free AK. All 5 of them survive. Ah, man, this is going to be so good for their money.
3-1, and a much worse start than VP would have wanted here. Winning the pistol and doing it even comfortably, it looked so good, you know, as a start. Now, that seems like ancient history, and they're going to have to fight their way back here, and it's going to be tough. An uphill battle ahead of the Polish team.
Seems like Taz is calling again as well. He's doing a lot of the talking there, at least from what we saw on the camera. So he might be setting things up here for his teammates. Looking up to the sky for guidance. Oh, Taz playing with fire. Whew. Such a scary shot. We've seen Dupree. I mean, we've seen Dupree and Device. So Device was the one holding the angle, but we've seen Dupree hit that shot before. That's a really risky play.
It's become one of those things that so many people do now that a lot of people are just getting used to it. Kerrigan opening up and taking down Bialy. Taz now in the bomb site trying to buy time, but he's out of grenades. That's his last flashbang, and Astralis actually going to give up on that venture for a bit.
Oh, this is so sick. And they're still going to make it look like they're going to press on here. Dupree with the Molotov. They're using a lot of utility. That's 3 players now locked onto this B site for VP. 4 of them. Well, one of them still staying up on A, but 3 of them have rotated all the way down, and now they have to rotate back around on Astralis. They're really taking their time with this. They aren't committing back to the A site. It's much slower than I thought it would be, because they could have really caught VP out there. That was the perfect timing for Astralis to just rotate onto the different site. You can do it very quickly through connector and just charge through mid up onto the site, catch people out of position as they try and get in there. Snacks decides to just really commit to get the info, and he gets overwhelmed. 1-for-1 trade there. Pasha trying to, well, bring it back, do anything he can. He will get the spray, but great trades coming in for Astralis. One man steps in, takes the fight. The other is right behind him. The trade frag. Neo trying to do the best that he can, but Device with the double kill, the triple kill at the end of the round. And Astralis sitting on 4-1, and 3 of them are above 10,000 money at the end of that round. Yeah, their economy is just completely out of control now.
In what possible world does it make sense for Snacks to peek the corner like that? I mean,
I don't know. I'm kind of curious myself, but you know, do you want to try and take a guess?
the only thing that, I mean, he would have had to have got a call from a teammate that says that they're not there. They're just go check all the way at the connector. I heard someone connected to it. I mean something like that, because otherwise it just seems like pure madness. So good trading going on here and around that VP really shouldn't have much of an impact on, but they've already traded 2 for 2. See if they could keep going there. So got a bit of a flank going on, but it looks like Astralis are really slowing it down and expecting that something could be up.
This is awkward for Kerrigan. He might get caught here by Neo. He's alone as well with the bomb. I'm not sure why Astralis are leaving their bomb carrier alone like this. Really scary situation for him, especially Snack's going to be coming around that corner. There's the flash to set it up. He gets out of it just barely with 17 HP, and now at least he has Debris there to watch his back. Devices on the backstab as well. I can't believe that they're just like moving around here all on their own. Astralis now with AKs picked up on VP, even Devices at risk. A single bullet, a single headshot. That's it, he's done. We're into a 2-on-2 somehow. Finds Neo, but there's still Snacks alive. And I mean, Snacks, he's one of the sneakiest players in the game.
Be hard for Snacks to find both the kills. Once they know where he is, everything changes a bit. He walks in, got the great timing there. Device going to be going down. He still has a Molotov, and actually the corner that Dupree is in right now, that might be interesting if Snacks only realizes. Bit of a flashbang going over. Dupree only temporarily flashed. That bomb right in front of him. Dupree in the corner. Snacks, is he going to check it? No, he won't. And Dupree ends up dropping him. It is unlikely for a terrorist to stay there anyway. But imagine if he had known with the Molotov and everything. That was a great round from VP though. Now they go auto sniper and AWP.
What is going on? He ran through? Oh, okay. Maybe a little bit of a hiccup there, but regardless, a little bit of a back and forth between the teams. You guys can't see that because of the camera, but there might have been a little blip on the server there. I don't know. It's too perfectly timed. Still, I mean, Astralis, they deserve to lose that round almost because of how they played it with that anti-eco. Just so weird, not really making too much sense. Leaving the bomb behind, splitting up, everybody going individual ways where you can get backstabbed and shot with the P250s. I mean, just not a solid round at all from Astralis. Oh. Device will start off strong though. He removes Pasha, so at least they have that going for him here.
VP right now are playing like a team that have sort of picked up the game after being away for a while, and so like, oh, let's just remember how to like play some of the fundamental stuff here, you know. Snacks peeking that corner, Pasha now getting caught, just sort of shuffling about there. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Snacks going to be going down here to Dupree as well, and we're looking for a 5-on-3. Sip right at the edge, wondering if he should recommit, but again, when you're in this position, all you have to do is make sure you don't walk into a 3-man stack, and there are lots of ways of checking that.
And he has no idea that Taz is there either. So him not committing, now he knows. And unfortunately, he's not able to get the refrag. He drops Taz down to 40, but they're pretty low on the utility now, Astralis. They do have 3 incendiaries, a smoke, and a flash. But that's not enough for like the full execute. You know, they're going to have a single smoke, so they have to pick wisely where they want to take this. And yeah, with only 20 seconds left, where is Kerrigan's support? They figured out that the man is holding on the A side. That should be good enough. So Kerrigan really needs to charge forward here, and it's all on Dupree. And he actually changes it up. He's going to be keeping the pressure on Neo, who's just staying alive with that AWP. And are they going to be able to get this bomb plant down? 7 seconds left. 6 seconds. The time is ticking, boys. And Kerrigan is just barely going to be able to get it in time. What is going on, though? Such a scary situation. Kerrigan will find the last headshot, but Astralis letting it get so close to disaster there.
Yeah, that's actually completely reckless. It does work out. there are lots of ways in which it could not have. If Carrigan runs in and dies on the approach to the bomb site, that's going to be awful. It's now 6 rounds on the road that VP have lost, and even in spite of that, they don't have the money to continue to buy here. And the Astralis just continue to plow on through. Just a very, very good early performance for them here on day 2 of the Intel Extreme Masters. It's been maybe a little bit different from what we're used to seeing for Astralis lately on land. I feel like this is a better version of themselves, essentially.
I agree. I mean, they've got to be fired up after that solid, I mean, a little bit bumpy, but still a win versus Envy, who are the main threat in this group. So they got the tough work done. Now these are all matchups that they should win, that they should crush rather. So Astralis have to be feeling confident. We're seeing that in their play right now. It's just these past couple of rounds have been a little dicey, a little shaky. So definitely need to see them tighten up here. I mean, they have so far at least 6 rounds, and they're soon to have 7, which is a fantastic scoreline to have T-side overpass. That really sets you up nicely. But they can't let up. They can't just start, letting their game go and getting overconfident. Maybe that's what's actually the problem here, is that they're getting overconfident, allowing themselves to take risks that they wouldn't normally do just because they feel like, oh yeah, we're winning all the duels. It's all good, guys. We got this.
Zip playing a bit of a game. Taz completely trapped there. All 4 members coming for him. That's going to make it 7-1. I tried to coin this term when I was watching. I think it might have actually been Astralis I was watching in some online game. I think it's Pro League maybe. I think I tried to call it something like hesitation strike or something like that, because it seems like that's what they were playing for a while. It's very frustrating to watch a team that lets the other team take all the initiative, right? That never says, actually, we have 5 people on the server too. Let's just do something, which is kind of what VP are doing right now, actually pushing so aggressively and taking some control back. Snack's going to end up with the early kill. Now, if they wanted to play the passive style, they could. And I wouldn't mind it if VP try to fall back a little bit here. They're going to get another trade in, and it will be Sit going down in for Bialy. Still a 4-on-3, and VP, they got to find their time where they say, we got what we came for, back to defending.
Actually, this is a little scary. Yeah, there it is. Taz, he gets caught out in the open, and that's the B site wide open for business now. And they're so close for, I mean, they can rotate through connector very quickly, get up onto short very quickly, and try and get that split going, that counter split basically from VP, because what they can do is they can come through sewer. There's the peek from Device. Not exactly necessary in that sort of situation, but he's going to take the risk. He wanted to get the info, and so at least he spots out 2. So now his teammates, they can try and establish some kind of crossfire, or they can shoot at each other. What is going on, Astralis? Calm down.
Cajun B just so fired up, ready to kill somebody. It's going to be Snacks going down, but Carrigan with the kill. Now it's a 2-on-2 for the retake. They got a Molotov being put out there. What a great Molotov. Oh, actually, no, he gets caught at the edge. I thought it was going to go on the other side. Neo goes down. Pasha going to pick up one more shot, and he's on the bomb. He's diffusing inside the smoke, and Carrigan doesn't know he's trying to get... Oh, he gets a headshot with 2 seconds left. Again, if that Molotov had been up, who knows? Maybe Carrigan would have been hesitating just a bit more, forced into battle earlier. And that resets VP so badly.
I'm wondering, Cajun, he really tried to hunt that fight. I mean, man, starting off with Device, I mean, Cajun, he mainly brought it back there. He was able to get that 1. Kerrigan ends up with 2, right? But Cajun taking that fight with Pasha, it's like both of these teams are so nervous right now. It just feels like nerves. It feels like they're just like jumping the gun instead of like calming down and playing it correctly. In that afterplant situation, Cajun, if he spots Pasha, it's just like, okay, back off, make him work, burn time off that clock. Pasha not going to hit the headshot. Just dropping Dupree down to 15 HP. So already Astralis again with the man advantage here. And the pressure just keeps ratcheting up here on Virtus Pro. It is not looking pretty for him so far. But in that kind of clutch situation, there's a lot of weird decisions being made here from both teams. Although VP, they did play that well, the retake, stacking up together and trying to work together to take over short and come in from Monster as well.
One more pellet hit for Pasha, then the Dupree would be gone.
Yep.
It doesn't work out that way. Neo trying to make his way in, and Sip looked like he's actually given up on that angle, but he's going to get one more kill in on Snacks, and now it's a 4-on-2. This is just a devastating map right now for the VP team. Device going to be picking up 1 kill there on Taz, and a second as well. Well, by Ali, they steal the AWP, and they're back to 9-1 with a ridiculous amount of money. Wow.
Do they go for a quasi-buy given the situation then, VP? You guys can see the money right now. Yeah, Device, here's that flash go off. It's perfect. Instant headshot onto Taz, it looked like. And just, yeah, murder on Bialy. But But VP, they have a bit of a problem on their hands here because they're at 3,400, which is not an ideal kind of buy number. You go for FAMAS just to be able to get more nades. Do you drop an M4 for somebody? I mean, it's a really awkward number to find yourself at. So it just seems to me like this is like a desperation pause where it's just like, okay, maybe we go for a quasi buy, but all we really want to do with this pause is break their momentum and try and at least, you know, have a little bit of a moment here to just sit and talk things over and reset ourselves. I mean, one thing that they could try and keep doing, VP, is pushing mid. They've had success with that so far. You know, getting up there with the P250s. I mean, there was that one round where Snacks nearly clutched it. So, I mean, there are situations where they seem to be coming out ahead, and that mid push seems to be working for them. So perhaps they just go for a quasi-buy, keep applying the pressure mid. But Kerrigan might be reading that like a book and just say, okay, well, they're probably going to push mid, so let's just rush B.
I don't know, because I feel like even when they get the entries, VP seems to be committed to continuously fighting anyway. I mean, they had that 4v3, they had the 5v4. I mean, they need, once they get those frags, then it's back to defending. Except they don't. Taz does seem to be talking a lot, but I mean, normally you'd have your caller in the middle.
Well, VP don't really respect that rule.
No, they
never really have. Like, I asked Taz about that one day, and it's just like, well, you know, online, you just, you know, there's no matter, so why should it matter on LAN, right?
Just because you get the extra advantage of seeing the monitors of your two teammates next to you.
Yeah.
And that could really, I think that really matters as an in-game leader. So I understand maybe he's like saying we'll have more consistency between LAN and online if we get used to not worrying about it. But at the same time, it is an advantage.
And it is the mid push out of VP. So they're trying to go back to what works. They're trying to go to, and it's, I mean, so far it's not too bad. Dupree was alone. Kerrigan rotates in, but he's a second too quick, and now he's at risk. There's the angle. There's the fight. Wow, Pasha really just stepping out there, and just all-out aggression coming in, and it actually works out perfectly. They're a little late on the push going on to B. Taz is alone, but he's able to spot it before he gets picked off, and now VP, they have a huge advantage going into this retake. Taz, it's even better. He gets one kill. That was the bomb as well from Zipnik, so...
And credit to Taz, you know, instead of fighting, and when they're in a 4v2, he actually goes and just tries to live as long as he can, and then he even gets the kill at the end. So really well played there. Sip gonna be alone in a 1-on-3. He's got a lot of time, and he wants to take the fight now, makes it a 1v2. And this isn't over yet. Sip has got some really ridiculous clutches in lately in a lot of games, but not gonna be this time. Snacks will drop him down with the AWP. And that's gonna make it 9-2.
Yeah, there we go, VP. That's the kind of play you got to go for. You got to keep just trying to make it work, basically, because you've come so close. They finally managed to make it work. And Astralis, yeah, they had two guys split up top mid, not able to support each other, not able to get refrags. Just very, very, yeah, not what I was expecting from Astralis, honestly.
I mean, in 2014, when they won the Katowice Major VP, it was actually Neo calling, which most people seem to forget because it's, you know, then it's been Taz and it's even been Snacks for a bit. So yeah.
Yeah, VP, this is also, it's a fun thing to notice about them is that, and Thorin's actually commented on this in the past, right, where it's like, yeah, you never know who's calling, but it doesn't really matter who's calling either, it seems, because they just keep playing the same way anyways. So that's why we're always guessing. Like, it's not this, like, huge shift in strategy as to what they're doing, right, who's calling. It's actually just like, okay, Taz, you're going to call for a little bit. Okay, we're just going to run the same strats. So, Pasha just a second too late there, but that was close.
Sip has been dropped fairly low. If they could at least make this 9-6, we might have a real game on our hands here, even though it's very, very late for VP to try and wake up and get back into this game.
Yeah. Yeah, 9-6 is still, I mean, this is still, it's not quite catastrophic. I think if the Astralis get double digits, then, you know, VP are going to be really sad. Snacks is going to use the smoke to his advantage, though, just goes charging through. They change places, and this is perfect from him. He's going to get that backstab, drop the bomb carrier, and now both remaining players here from Astralis trying to push up long. They've got a lot of work ahead of him here.
Oh, good shot from Dupree. Somehow Snacks being a little bit unaware of what was going on there. Maybe he thought his teammates in the bomb site would prevent them from coming in from that angle, but I'm not sure how that works. Now it's a 2-on-3 still. And about 25 seconds. Bomb has been picked up again. Device actually trying to make the opening happen here with the AWP of all weapons. A bit scary sneaking in like this, and he misses the shot. It looked like it was dead on, but obviously not. And now Dupree, well, trapped inside of 3 players, and that is going to be the round for Virtus.pro. So 9-3, and maybe, hopefully, more to come here for the Polish side.
Really quite surprising there to see Device miss that shot. It looked like he was dead on.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that Bialy was holding such an open angle, though. I thought that he was a little bit lower down on the ramp, safe, just waiting for that bomb plant sound. You literally give Astralis no chance at getting a kill. So had Device hit that shot, that would have been, I mean, about as bad as it gets for VP, because at that point then, Astralis can just, get that bomb plant with a man covering. They had a smoke to get the bomb plant as well. Really nasty situation, but I like that they're actually changing things up here. Neo deciding to take that op down to B site, and Snacks is there for the follow-up as well. Snacks coming up huge.
And look at VP just taking some initiative, taking some control back here. The boost to get the kill. Snacks aggressive and connect to walk up behind them. I mean, they're not just letting Astralis set up, which they definitely were earlier, giving them so much more space to work with, and that's not happening right now. So I'm glad that VP are able to at least sort of mentally and tactically turn this around a little bit. Sip and Carrigan are left. It's a 2-on-3. And with how low Sipnix is, it shouldn't be possible to find a way back in here.
I just gotta say, that was a really sexy smoke from VP. They just got a short smoke down from A site, right? Chucking it all the way up.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good idea. It's similar to what people do on Inferno, smoking out the B-bomb site, which is why I put it in my video somewhere.
Boom.
Damn.
I mean, yeah, like that's the kind of stuff that's really going to make the difference, that little edge. Kerrigan getting shot in the back of the head is also going to help things pretty good here for Virtus Pro.
Yeah, if you can, you should always try and fight people when they're not looking your way, generally. Not just in Counter-Strike.
Yeah, if you're fighting fair, you're doing it wrong.
Head on.
Nah, we're not the Juggernaut.
Sip. Just making himself comfortable. That's his home now. Just chilling, waiting for the time to run out.
Okay. So curious to see how do Astralis decide to change things up here. So it seems like they took over Sawyer control because they figured out that Device or Dupree were going to be sitting in the main pipe to watch to see if Taz were jumping. So Neo's just like, actually, if you're just going to sit there, I'm going to come with the op and take your face off, so that works too. But we haven't really seen like a straight out-and-out rush from Astralis, have we? Just like the no-fear approach. They have put pressure early, but they haven't just like YOLO'd into a site and really tried to catch VP out. So I'm curious if now, Tech9, now their money's getting a little bit low here. Do they decide to just, no fear, only dreams, get in there fast and, just land headshots?
They certainly are being very fast at the moment here. Carrigan charging in, and yes, you're right, it seems like it is going to be just all aggression coming out here from the Astralis team, setting up with the flashes, the smoke's going in as well. They're already on the bomb site, and VP, look at it, they got 3 people pushed up on the other side of the map. Taz running right past one of the members of Astralis, and Carrigan is now trapped in the corner here. I have no idea what's going on. What an absolutely grotesque round. Bomb is down, and now they're going to realize, wait a minute, Taz is in the corner. How do we miss him?
Yeah, how the hell did this happen, right? Taz, that was like a choreographed dance. He goes for the fight with Kerrigan, though, and Kerrigan's just like, nope, not having any of that. Zipnix is there for the headshot, and this retake is just falling apart here for VP. Both players going to step out, and there we go. That's how it's done, but it's still a man advantage for Astralis, and now they can set up that crossfire. They can set up these long-range fights with the AKs, and Cajun just not going to be able to pull out ahead here. Bialy deciding to back off. Just not enough time left on that bomb, but can we get a replay? I wish we can get like a fast-forward replay of just everything that happened there with Taz, all the different positions he played to be able to just sneak right through the Astralis push.
I mean, Carrigan never saw Taz, I think, but Taz saw Carrigan, so that's why he went back out the smoke and was like, but he's not here. I don't know. Very confusing. I mean, it's also sort of a slightly dumb luck as well, but that VP are pushed up on literally sort of the opposite side of the map there, as far away as they almost can be when that push in B comes through.
This is what I mean by Kerrigan probably getting the read, though. He's like, okay, if they're going to push mid, guys, let's just go fast B. Like, all right, if you're going to put 3 guys top mid every time, well, then you're opening it up for us to just, press you somewhere else on the map where you're going to be undermanned. It got a little messy, but that was really a sick call coming in from Kerrigan, a sick read on his part. And well, now, I mean, it seems like Astralis want to keep doing it, but yeah, Neo's here with the AWP this time. Dupree, no joy for him. Bialy holds the line, holds Monster with a double spray, and now Kerrigan's just going to try and charge through that smoke, but Bialy's waiting for him. And a very, very neat round here for VP in the end. So 5-10 the final score at the end of the first half.
It feels like it took, was it like 7, 8, 9 rounds in a row or something? It took like the first 10 rounds. 9 rounds in a row. It took 9 rounds before VP decided, actually, we're going to take some charge here. And the first time they did it even, which is like after 8 rounds, I mean, they almost overdid it, right? Once they got the entries, they were like, oh, we'll just keep fighting, right? And that doesn't always make sense to do. Sometimes you gotta switch it up mid-round.
Well, now the pressure really starts to get in. I mean, obviously, the VP are way, way behind, but I'm curious now if Astralis, you know, after how it got a little close there with Envy on train, if they're just going to be able to put their foot down and say, actually, we're going into our CT half with 10 rounds. If we win this pistol, it's lights out for you guys. That's pretty much it. Like, I'm curious to see if Astralis are now going to have that mental fortitude here to just get the job done. They're ahead.
Yeah.
End it.
Close the game out. Oh, Carrigan, he still picks up that kill in spite of looking the wrong way. That looked like it was about to be a horrible turn of events, but quick trade coming into it. Still probably going to favor VP here. Sip falling back a little bit, and backup is coming in, but it's really far away. They're flanking in, and it's going to be another, 7 seconds, before they're even at the bomb site. And that in itself is scary. And look at this from VP. They're forcing it up, but they're running into the meat grinder. That is Sipnix. Another headshot comes through. That's a triple, and that's a 1 round for Astralis. I can't believe it. I mean, I sort of appreciate the idea, but they were feeding themselves one at a time instead of, they could have, the first guy jumps and the other 2 peek.
Yeah.
Not one at a time.
Just commit. But Zipnix also, I mean, look at that. That was art. Please give us a replay of that, at least. Replay. There we go. This is art. This is just watch. He keeps just darting in and out of the angle to turn it into a 1v1. Every time he's just facing one at a time, using that door jam and just dancing around it so that VP, they try and peek both of them at the same time. If Zipnix was standing in the middle of the doorway, he'd have been screwed, but he's dancing on the edge the whole time, making himself as hard a target to hit as possible. Zipnix is so damn good.
Killing them all in one spot as well, so it's easier for Coroner to pick them up later on.
Only got to repaint that one part of the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Efficiency.
And here I was thinking, 4-on-4, VP actually, this could be pretty solid for him. No, Astralis make it look easy.
Yeah, I don't even know. I like the idea, I just did not like the execution.
Peekaboo.
And they did have, I think, Neo or somebody else on the other side with the Deagle. That Deagle is definitely very good for taking care of that jump, so... Snacks, I think it was actually with an AK, but never mind. Bomb all the way back still. A must-win round. I mean, pretty much every round is a must-win round for VP at this point.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no. This is very, very ugly for him right now. Snacks somehow has got an AK at least. So let's see. It is going to be that split onto B again. And Zipnix, it's time to dance. Kerrigan's going to get overwhelmed, and now Zipnix holding the line. He's going to pick up 2, make it 3 perhaps. He's getting flanked, and he gets the 3rd headshot. Taz, what can you do now? You dropped the AK for Snacks. You've got a Tech 9 and a flash, but Zipnix, you just can't handle this guy. Dupree will find the last kill. But again, Zipnix, masterful play from him. Just taking a series of duels, one after another, never over-peaking.
He's also top fragging at 18 kills and 7 deaths. So just, I mean, yeah. He has been quite monstrous, and
then he closes off the angle so that the man in Monster, so that Taz can't get the headshot as he kills Neo.
There's actually something, as I was talking to Cajun about this, and he says that the one thing I'm noticing playing with Zipnix is how in 1v2s, 1v3s, he managed to somehow make them all sort of 1v1s. He just has like an instinct for positional play, which is very, very hard. It's very hard to learn that in Counter-Strike.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there is an element of talent.
Yeah.
At Zipnix, I mean, I think it's also just, they put him in the toughest position, and it's basically like you figure out how to, I mean, he just had the hardest conditions, right? And still he excels. So now when you put him into an easy spot, he's just going to wreck everybody. He's just like, this is how it feels to get a free spot, and, basically all the easy frags here. I can do this all day.
Sip coming up with another couple of kills, even if they are just eco frags here. Still going to pad his scoreline a little bit more, because why not? Taz going to end up going down as the last player here, and we're looking at a 13-5 scoreline. I'm finding it really hard to summon any kind of hope here for VP. I don't think I think there is a way to get back in this game at this point.
I'm wondering. I'm really, really wondering as well. Okay, so because so far, I mean, at least the pistol, yes, it worked. They rushed B. They tried to split B, but they went in one at a time, so that didn't work. So now how do they change this? I guess they go into mid, see if they can't find some kind of weakness here. They haven't really tested Device and Dupree, so maybe they can try and put some put some pressure over here and see if they can't get something out of it. Cajun is holding in restroom for now, at least. And now, okay, there's a deep flash to take over long, so Neo peeks behind that. And while Dupree's in a bit of an awkward spot, but so long as his teammates, yeah, exactly, so long as he's got Device there to watch Sewer, he's got a way out of it. So Astralis can fall back, and they have a lot of control, a lot of information, at least on the B side of things. So this has to be telling their teammates, okay, guys, careful on A. Don't really, you know, get yourselves into positions where you're not going to be able to fall back. And Astralis, they fall back, you know, real passive onto that A site. So VP, it's going to be tough for them to find that entry here. Or at least it should be.
Well, Device with that kind of opening, it's only going to get worse. Neo, they line up for him, and actually he's going to get the second kill. He recommits. It almost looked like he was being blocked from even spotting out Cajun now. Smoke's coming in as well. VP turning it around thanks to Neo with a great double opening. That's going to be the bomb down. And even if they are being flanked, I'm pretty sure they are already aware that that might be happening. Dupree going to be taking out Pasha. And now it's a 3-on-3.
I think that was at long as well. Yeah, so Dupree can work his way up long now. Device and Xyp9x both moving in from bank. Taz has been, he's kind of like the sacrificial lamb here. He's stuck on the site, no real way to go, playing from Optimus, holding on CT. And now it comes down to the two players in mid, I think, for VP to really stay alive. If Dupree picks off one of them, it's going to get nasty. Taz peeks out, takes out Xyp9x, and somehow, VP, man, they've been unleashed in this round at least. Neo with the triple kill, and now there's actually no way out here for Device. He's got to worry about Taz in the back line. He finds Taz in the end, and he will have a way out to save himself here. Will they be able to actually stop him from saving this AWP? That's the question. Neo could get the quad, and he spots him in the spray. Not going to be able to save the AWP, but that's just fine. Quad kill for Neo in a key round here for VP.
Absolutely. That very valuable there for Astralis. They would have had so much more in this upcoming round. They are going to buy regardless, it seems. And yeah,
Cajun had a nade out. That's, I think, what was happening. What was he trying to do there? Was he going to try and flash for Kerrigan or something?
Yeah, it's not impossible. Not impossible. Well, 13-6. A little bit of a display of skill there coming out of VP. They need more, though, and Kerrigan getting killed with the C-set. Not the best start, because the rest of Astralis do have rifles, and they're running into one now. That's Sip being brought down to half health, but he's still alive on the bomb site, playing in the smoke, going for another kill, and gets a double, which is turning it into a 2-on-3.
And he continues to be so consistent for Astralis. I mean, without Zip, Astralis, I don't think that they would have this scoreline right now. Not nearly, and Bialy just getting picked off. Nice leisurely shots coming out from Cajun B, and nothing really that Neo could hope to do there. It's stuck in the triangle of doom. They were closing in from all angles, so an easy defuse here for Astralis. Virtus Pro are going to get tombstoned here. They're going to get that bonus money, but they have to go for a force buy to keep Astralis off at match point. 23-3-9 for Xyp9x though so far. Not too shabby at all. Cajun is actually the one who's kind of struggling this map, but he hasn't really had too much fun either going into retakes, which isn't great, or just taking bullets to the face. So
I mean, when everybody else on this team is killing as many as they are, it's hard for him to find
exactly
many frags. But it is true. I mean, we should point it out. Although Cajun actually in some of the online games recently has been playing very well. Has been like back to his sort of really hard style. Oh, that's interesting. Sip actually, instead of jumping, just taking a couple of shots through there. Kerrigan gonna pick up a kill. It is a bit of a buy coming out of VP here. They had to, as you said, but they're getting slaughtered in B right now. Pasha, last man left, and in a 1-on-3. No bomb planted, picks up an AK, goes for a bit of a fight. Spots actually two people. Some good information being brought out here, but how can he find the kills?
Yeah, no, he's really trying to play this. Flash is there to buy even more time, and they're just going to change it up. They have all the time in the world. He hasn't planted the bomb yet. And Device has already got him boxed in as well. So Pasha, he kind of played himself into a corner there. But they could have even changed it up. Once that bomb gets planted, then Astralis kind of have to brute force it. But so long as they can keep him stuck in one spot, then, you know, it's just like, okay, you have all the time in the world to rotate around the map and just, you know, close him off from short or from monsters. I mean, yeah, that was a Hail Mary from VP. They had to go for it, the desperation play, and it just doesn't pan out whatsoever. Xyp9x continues to reign supreme. That wallbang did like 100 and something damage across 3 players. That was crazy.
Yeah, that looked to be quite effective. 3 Tech-9s, 1 Deagle, 1 C-set 75, and a lot of armor here. Device pushing alone as well into connector against all those pistols. That is dangerous. He's going to pick up one more kill, though. Finally, he goes down to Neo, but it seems to be too late, and Dupree's already behind them as well. This is just, Astralis all over the map.
And that's dangerous for Dupree. He has to know that Device dying means that they have an AWP. Cajun will get the back, and just incredibly clean work coming out here from Astralis.
Yeah.
What a dominant performance from them. They just never let Virtus Pro get into this map in any way, shape, or form.
Very, very well done. Defeating Envy, defeating VP in the group already. So the Danish team Astralis off to a good start here on the second day of Intellectual Masters. And you gotta wonder who's gonna be standing in their way now.
I mean, it's FaZe, really. It's FaZe. That's the last of the top contenders for this group. I mean, Tempo Storm are here. We didn't really see a great performance from them at the major qualifier, so we're wondering how they're going to perform here on Katowice. So it's hard to consider them a threat. And then eFrag, sort of the same story. So it really should be this group between the top 4, which is, you know, obviously, VP Astralis, FaZe, who are looking fantastic. They crushed through their first match of the day. They've got Roban calling for them as well. So to be frank, I feel like FaZe are going to be the team, the dark horse team of this group, who are just going to wreck FaZe, because now Rain, he's not calling anymore. You can focus on his rifling. You have the other guys who are just aim stars, and now you have Roban calling the shots behind him. That sounds like a really deadly combo to me.
I actually think out of a bunch of different teams that might be sort of up and coming, I actually think I have the highest expectations out of FaZe, because I keep hearing about sort of initiatives they're taking to improve not just sort of the game, but the work ethic in the team.